Hi, welcome to this brief webinar to introduce you to the new eTips and its CMS development system. The new system is going to be part of your tab intranet dashboard. You'll access it that way, and you'll be able to preview your newsletters there, do your own editing, direct us to do whatever editing you need, and the full development of your newsletter is going to take place in your tab intranet account. So this is the newsletter, and you'll see we've set it up differently than it currently runs. We've got a few quick headlines and teaser articles that will direct people back to the website via the Read More links. We have several targeted tips, full tips here, and people can go and see more tips on the site. And on the left sidebar, you'll see we have different options for the facilitator. Of course, the tab logo, any contact info they want, their headshot, a group of headshots, etc. Content box for private appointment and or upcoming gym events or other speaker events. Follow us on different social media, and the option to link to a video and have a facilitator's member's testimonial. Here you can have a headshot of that member or not. That would be up to each facilitator to decide. And of course the standard footer with the about the alternative board, the required addressing, which is also good for readers to know how to contact you, and a share this option, which allows the reader to post this to their Twitter account, their Facebook account, their LinkedIn account, their Google Buzz account, and other subscriber management features here. So this is your new eTips, and how we develop this is via signing into the intranet, going to the dashboard. Under Ask and Participate, you will find the tips from the top content editor. And here you are in this dashboard. And here on the dashboard we'll have basic instructions, some news updates, and information that can all be posted here for you if there's ever an update or a different way to do things, or any issues that you need to know about this system. They'll be posted here. And we've got 4 menu sections, as you can see: Manage Articles, Manage Tips, Managing of the Content Block, which again constitutes the basic right side, and that's in 3 sections, and where we publish and produce the newsletter. So we start with the right side, where we'll get each contact info for every facilitator in place. We have most of the clients using the service now. We have that. Anybody coming on board will have to get a headshot, their contact info. That'll all go in place here. We'll have a generic private appointment for each facilitator. This will either lead to a landing page or their email address. This can stay if they have an event, and we can add events to this section. And again, down here we have the video that can be watched by readers. And here we'll plop in the facilitator's member's testimonial, and again the headshot is optional. It's nice, it gives a little color to the newsletter, but that will be up to each facilitator and their member. You'll notice here each section has its own little HTML editing capabilities. So you'll find that throughout the CMS system, and I'll show you that in the articles as well. But you can do any kind of type manipulation here, create line lists or bulleted lists, add links, add special characters, images, changing type color and background color. I wouldn't go too wild with this. We've designed this, to be a very professional looking newsletter, so we want to kind of stay within the boundaries of the colors here, but those options are available if needed. Also, there are 3 little clipboards here. You can just paste as you have the content. I don't advise that. The one I like best is the middle. Paste as plain text. That will put in a nice clean copy of the content, and then you can manipulate it in here for paragraph breaks and color and bolding, etc. Pasting from Word, you can try this. I don't recommend it. Word has a lot of proprietary code that online systems tend not to like, and email systems in particular. So although it probably wouldn't be a problem for the satellite version, it could be an issue in the newsletter. So this third little panel is my favorite. The middle little panel paste as plain text. And managing articles, the same thing. You'll see here we've got a list of articles already in the system, some for November and some for December. This we distinguish them specifically so that they can be filtered out in the selection of the newsletter. But the editing of each article, same principle. Here we put a title. Here we choose a category. Here we choose the publication date. Here we put our teaser, sentence or two. Here we put our full article. And again, you have full functional HTML editing. And here we paste the person's credentials. I need to get this re-explained to me. I know it was explained to me, but I need to get that again. And here we decide if we're ready to publish it directly to the website, and we can submit it when it's done. And the only thing that differs on this and the tips is that in the tips, we want to put our teaser is really the full short tip, and the full article repeats the full short tip, so that this winds up on the website. What's the difference is the top panel is what relates to the email newsletter, and the bottom panel is what relates to the website. And again, you put the credentials, determine if you're ready to publish, and submit. How this will work is every month we'll, here at Open Moves, post the generic articles and tips. We'll pull together each facilitator's newsletter, send them a preview link, and then we'll do any editing within each facilitator's account. But through the admin, we'll put the general articles and tips, and that allows us to upload those to each facilitator's CMS manager. When we're ready to create the newsletter, we go on the preview and publish link, and here you see you have two sections. This is for previewing after we've developed the newsletter. This is where we develop the newsletter. We select a date, and then we pull down from the articles we designated for December. And the whole thing is very simple pull down system. You have 4 options for the month. You see I had an extra article in there in case anybody wanted to do something optional. And tips, we have 3 short tips, but we can have more. And again, we remind it the date that we're publishing. Oh, December, end of them. And when we say we're ready to publish, we hit preview and publish. Now this panel in the work panel is a preview. You'll review this. You'll let us know any edits you need done to your newsletter. And when all is approved, here is where we generate the HTML. Takes a second to generate. Tells us how many articles it's published and how many tips. And here we have our full code for the newsletter. This is good to have if anybody has anything really advanced that can't be managed by this editor. We can handle it by taking that code out of there. But the way we're going to manage is with the link, which you can preview on the web, test all the links. You'll see how this goes to the satellite, and it shows us that particular article, and from that article we have various options to view all articles, view them by category, or go to this issue's home, and you'll see this month's issue. But when we're ready to create the newsletter, we'll come to this page of your Open Moves account, give your campaign a name, give your campaign a subject line, import from the web link we took from the CMS system, making sure we have no spaces and we have the full link, and we click import. And the system loads the newsletter. Of course, it doesn't look quite like the newsletter here. This is the editing panel. Spaces out all our structural features to make it easy to edit, but when you preview it, you see that it all pulls together just fine. And we save and exit, and we're ready to mail that newsletter with your approval. And that ends the webinar for the new CMS system to develop the e-tips from the top newsletter. Thank you for joining us.